how's it going? It is Wednesday. So I had a video ready for yesterday, um, but just didn't go up. So kind of a lot going on the last couple days, and normally I spend my Monday doing videos and putting up my Monday video, then putting up a video for Tuesday and Thursday, getting stuff put together. Um, I have been feeling super under the gun about getting ahead on my real estate class for our move to Utah. And I started working on the class, and time just kind of flew by. And I ended up not getting done with that until I had to go pick up my son from work, and then my husband right after. And then when we got home, we had some stuff going on. And so I was like, it's okay, I'll just put up a video tomorrow. So I was supposed to put the video yesterday. Well, yesterday morning, something happened. And I'm going to preface this by the fact that when I get put on steroids, my anxiety and my PTSD shoots to the roof. Like, it is so, so bad. It is so magnified that I can't even deal with it. And I kind of am a day to day, and I know that. But it doesn't help when things kind of shoot rocket a little bit more. So as you know, I was sick. I was put on both oral and pill steroids. And so my anxiety has been bad. So yesterday I drove my husband to work. He has to be work for 5 a.m. So it was early in the morning. And when I come back, I always take the road that has a light, mainly because I want to be able to have a safe exit out of the road in case there's traffic. It's just a habit I have. I've been in a bad car accident before, and I have anxiety about driving sometimes. My anxiety's up. My driving anxiety is definitely up. So I come to this light. It's red. It's one of those that's triggered by people being at the light. And there's like really nobody around. Well, I see a truck start to come from my right. And then shortly after, I see a car turn from my right, like coming down the road. So that light turns yellow from their direction. And then I see it turn red because I can see the light that's facing the opposite direction. And my light turns green, and I start forward because the light's solidly red. Like, it's not like a quick split. Like, it's green. It's yellow, 3, 4, 5, red. Like, it's not a quick light. So if you're driving and you're paying attention, there's no reason for you to not notice this light changing. And it's not like there was a ton of traffic or other things to pay attention to. Like, it was dark, there was a light. There's no excuse for not seeing the light. So I start forward, and something inside me just said, stop. And as I put on my brake, the guy blew through the red light at like 45 miles an hour. And luckily, I mean, had he hit me, he would have hit my driver's side front quarter panel. So I probably would not have been injured. That being said, I really didn't need a car accident. Like, I didn't. The setback it would have been for me and my ability to drive and function day to day would have been immense. And the worst part is out of habit, I just conked the horn and they flipped me off. They ran a red light, almost hit me, and they stuck their hand out the window to flip me off for honking at them like, what the heck? And I was just like, you know what? Just let it go. But then I was really shaky. And so I was trying to find ways to calm down. When I tried to make a video, I was talking so fast, I couldn't understand me. And like I've said to you guys, when I talk really fast, I'm having a high anxiety day. I try to work through it, but sometimes I just can't. And yesterday was a day that trying to talk through my anxiety was absolutely impossible. So there was that. So I just didn't get that done. By the time my anxiety actually calmed down some, it was actually our missionary friends showed up and they visited with us for a while, and then we had to make dinner and just stuff happened. And so I wasn't able, once I was able to calm down, which literally took over 12 hours, I was not able to kind of pull it together, like I should have, to do a video. And so that's that. Now, unfortunately, once I got put on the prednisone after my weigh-in last week, I was very well aware of what was going to happen to my body. Anyone who's ever been on even a prednisone stint knows that it immediately makes you start gaining weight. It generally lasts 7 to 10 days minimum from the weight gain starting, which is usually day 3. It takes about a week for it to go off. So I knew previous to my weigh-in that it probably wasn't going to be good. I fully and 100 on the last time I was on steroids, which if you guys have been with me for a while, you'll recall I think I was on some last year. I literally think I gained 14 pounds in a week that time. So I'm also on oral steroids, and when I looked it up, those do also apparently inhibit your ability to lose weight and make you gain weight, which I didn't think it would do that, but I'm only on a 28-day thing of those. But I think the two combined, I was like, well, it's going to be a horrible weigh-in. I can feel it. Doesn't matter what I've done. Like, it's whatever. I can feel the swelling. I can feel the swelling in my wrists. Like, it's weird where I feel swelling now, because back before I lost any weight, I never really noticed the swelling. It was just all part of me being fat. But I can feel the pressure and the swelling in my wrists, and my back has a lot more pain. And I'm just like, I just don't feel it. Like, I feel crap. Like, I do not like swelling from steroids. It is not something I enjoy at all. It is not something I want to go through at all, but I don't have a choice when I'm that sick. And my health is more important to me than feeling uncomfortable for a little while. Although I know every single day I'll get better. It's just right now I feel horrible physically. And so that kind of sucks. So I've been doing a lot of chair workouts. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my workouts for this past week. It is 6 because when I did my video last week, I included my Wednesday workout. So I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I have not done my Wednesday workout yet. I'm going to do that in a little while. So that will be on next week's video. But here are this week's workouts. Okay, and I also want to show you a meal that I made this week that was really simple, three ingredients, really easy to make, super quick, and the calories are pretty awesome. So check out my breakfast this week. Breakfast for today. I bet you can't guess the calories. There are 2 eggs, a quarter of a cup of mushrooms, and a quarter of a cup of kimchi. I started by putting the mushrooms and the kimchi in a fry pan, and frying them up. The fluid that came out of the kimchi went into my mushrooms to help them soften and cook up. And then I added 2 eggs that I scrambled in a bowl. This whole breakfast, which is so much food, is only 182 calories. You can eat healthy and have enough to eat, guys. Okay, and now that you see my yummy breakfast, and again, I don't know if I mentioned this in the video because I did this the other day when I recorded that, but we, if you don't like spicy, you can rinse off kimchi with water, and it still has the nice crispiness. Everything's perfect for it. You just rinse off some of the spice. You absolutely do that, and they sell non-spicy kimchi. It's just fermented vegetables, so, or you can ferment your own. It's not that hard to do. So definitely something that I love. It's such a quick and easy meal. I'm actually going to have it for lunch today. Because this morning I made myself, 2 bagels with a recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you guys over the next couple days. It's a 2-ingredient bread mix that is, in the case, well, technically, the one I made is 4 ingredients because I made mine gluten-free and dairy-free. But if you just want to make it a dairy-free using self-rising flour, it is 2 ingredients. And you can make bread dough, you can make pizza dough, you can make pretzel bites. Like, the number of things you can do is just amazing, and I love it. So definitely, I'll be sharing that recipe with you. I am going to start recording my videos. I have another video that's going up today. We bought a little claw machine with these little like squishy figures in them, Moshi figures. And I'm just going to put a video of me playing that game. We're actually going to be using it for something really cool, which I'm going to be starting today, which is why I have not done my workout yet. Maybe you have a clue of what's coming. But I think it's kind of a fun way to do my workouts, make it a little bit more variety. Yes, DDP Yoga does have like a plan, but I kind of like a variety, and I I don't tend to follow plans real well. And I obviously, you'll understand when I introduce it, probably in tomorrow's video, on what I'm doing. And I do have to clear out some boxes that we have packed so that I can film myself, because I tried to film myself yesterday, but you can see all the boxes and it's impeding my ability to do my workout the way I want to. So I will probably be doing my workout tonight because of that, which is why I'm delaying also. But overall, I mean, it's been a really interesting idea that I had, and I think it'll be kind of fun. And I think you guys might enjoy it. And you guys are here for a weigh-in, so let me do that. And then I'm going to go on to some more info that you guys are going to want to know. Okay, so that's my weigh-in. I gained 2 pounds this week, 2.5 pounds this week. I'm not super upset about it because I know I've been on prednisone, and honestly, I thought I was going to gain a lot more than that, so I am honestly okay with that. Sorry, my eye is like really watery right now, and I have zero idea why. We just put a new filter in the heating system, and the heater turned on, so it shouldn't, but I don't know. Anyhow, so yeah, so that's what happened for this week, and I'm not gonna let myself get down about it, because I know I was eating right, I was working out, but I also know I was on prednisone. And I was also sick, and when your body's under stress, stuff doesn't process right. So whether it's because you're sick or because you're just not eating right, whatever it is, or stressed out, like there's a million reasons that you can gain weight. So I'm not stressing over these couple pounds. Also, in the middle of all this, something else started, and that was great. So happy about that one. Not really, but anyhow. But yeah, so I'm up 2.5 pounds, but I know what it is, and I know that's temporary. So I'm not gonna stress out about it. Usually I'm a dive down, figure out what I'm doing wrong kind of person, and I'm just not gonna be that person this week, because I know what's happened to me this past week. And so I did want to talk about something, and I mentioned it in the video with my food. I have seen a lot of people on different sites that I'm on about weight loss, and on places like TikTok and other channels, talking about how much they eat and how they're trying to cut back their calories, and seeing the numbers that they're eating. And like, I know somebody who has a friend who's trying to lose weight, and they literally are just having a salad, just lettuce, no dressing, just lettuces and vegetables every meal, 3 meals a day. And there's something I feel like needs to be said. And I think in the diet community or weight loss community, it's not discussed enough. Your body needs calories just to function as a body. Notwithstanding, exercise and all of that, but just for your heart to beat, your lungs to work, your blood to flow, all of that takes energy from your body. So you need to have calories. So just eating stuff like lettuce that is like a 0-calorie thing is not helping your body. It's not going to help you lose weight. If anything, it's going to cause you more damage than anything else. What you need to understand is when you do some severe calorie cutting, you might lose a little bit of fat, but some of what you're losing is muscle. When you add calories back into your diet and then you gain weight back because you severely cut back your calories so much that your body is technically, I guess starvation mode doesn't exist, but it does to some extent. Whereas your body is trying to conserve everything it can because it doesn't know when you're going to get calories again. So when you start gaining back weight after doing a severe cut in calories, your body gains fat, not the muscle back. So you are losing muscle by severely cutting your calories. And then when you're trying to get the new fat off, you have less muscle to help you do that. So you need to make sure you're getting a healthy amount of what your body needs to build muscle, and that you're getting the minimum amount of calories that your body needs to function just to breathe and exist. And that is necessary. And that is, if you're cutting your calories so much that you are not hitting your basic necessities, your body is paying for it in so many ways. Because keep in mind that your body, different parts of your body need different things like potassium, magnesium. Your body needs different minerals and vitamins in order to function properly. And if you're not giving it to them, they're going to pull it from somewhere, or those parts of your body are going to start failing. And there are people who do eat the calories they need every day, but they're not looking at what they need for their body to function normally. So they're not saying I need this and this to function every day. They're saying, well, I got to make sure I hit these calories. And they're not making their diet broad enough to allow for healthy development of their body. And I see that as such a huge problem with weight loss. We have so many issues in our country with food. And it's funny because when you look at countries like Asia and stuff like that, where they have a very traditional, basically, if it's a fruit or vegetable and it came out of the ground or off a tree, they pretty much, do it as is. But when they start adding in a lot of our Western type things, people who were normally just naturally slender are starting to become larger. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that our diets are not healthy in general. And this whole lie of a 2,000 day calorie diet is just not true. Every single person's body is different. Every single person's daily calorie and vitamin needs are different. And so you have to make sure that for your height, your weight, your age, you know what your numbers are. If you're basing your diet on a 2,000 calorie diet that is based off of one study from like the 50s that just got put into place with no other backing, and there's been multiple studies since that say this isn't true, then you're working off of a false statement, and you're doomed to fail. Because if you're going to base everything on something that is not true, there is no way for you to succeed. So you have to educate yourself. You have to understand that when it comes to the food pyramid, some of those places in the food pyramid are paid for. They are not something that is an actual guideline that should be being used. If you talk to licensed nutritionists, they will tell you the same thing. Is eating healthy expensive? Yes, it absolutely can be. Does that suck? It absolutely does. Monsanto and other companies right now are trying to make it so that GMO foods can be listed as organic, and there is a lot of people working against that right now because that is not organic to mess with the DNA of a plant that is no longer organic. It is not the original form of the plant, which is the whole point of organic foods, is the original source. And so it is something that I am paying close attention to because it does affect me directly. I do tend to have reactions to foods that have been modified, and I'm not in the mood to try to start playing the game of trying to figure out if I can eat something or not. So I just want to make sure people are aware that cutting your calories super severely is very dangerous, and not doing a lifestyle change for who you are as a person defeats your purpose. And I know it's very, very overwhelming for someone to try to figure out, and it's much easier to pick a diet, and I'm totally in for that. But, start with a quote unquote diet, but then learn more as you go along, because that's what I did. I started out 100% paleo because my doctor told me not to do keto because of some conditions I have. And understand that if you're going to do a diet, talk to your doctor first, because I had a lot of friends doing keto that were like, do keto, do keto. And I would have loved to have done keto, except my doctor said, do not. You have A, B, and C, and that will not work with that diet. It could be not a good thing for you. And I'm going to listen to my doctor before I listen to my friends, period, nutshell. And if my doctor's wrong, my doctor's wrong. It's whatever. It's worked so far. I'm going to listen to her all the way. So make sure you're asking your doctor about these new diets that are out, and understand that sometimes diets change their name because they get a bad rap because of people that get ill off their diet. And it's just a way to like reintroduce the same diet just under a new name, and people jump on the bandwagon. And there are some diets out there that are not healthy at all. So it's really important that if you're someone who wants to lose weight, you understand that it can't just be, oh, I'm just going to do this diet till I lose weight and then I'll be fine. Diets in and of themselves set you up to just have something to follow, but you never learn how to live differently. So even if you're doing a diet, make it a point to change how you eat into a lifestyle. If you're following a certain type of eating pattern, change everything into a lifestyle. Make it a thing. Don't just be a slave to something telling you what to eat every day. Maybe you need that initially, like a meal plan to help you. Great. But as you go on, you should be creating your own meal plans. Maybe pick one meal a week that's the one you start off with one meal a week that you pick a meal that meets the guidelines and you learn how to read it, and then you'll get better and better at it, and pretty soon you'll be like me and you'll have tons of cookbooks that you know you can do, and you do them, and it becomes a second habit. You know what to buy at the grocery store because most of your meals contain the same types of foods, and overall it's just a much healthier way to do it if you change your lifestyle and you don't just stay attached to a diet. um there is a lot of things that I do as part of what I believe as far as my path. And, there's things I've added to my diet. Like I add nutritional yeast to a lot of stuff because I have very low protein levels. I try to eat as much, but I get full so fast. And then I try to eat my protein first so that I can make sure I get it in. But then I also have to make sure I'm getting the other things in. So it's been a very overwhelming process for me because I do get full very fast. And a lot of people who don't know me are like laugh and like that's so not true. And then they have dinner with me and they're like, oh my gosh, it's real. And I'm like, I don't lie about this stuff. It just is who I am. And I mean, it's why we don't go to buffets because what's the point? I don't gain anything out of eating buffet. Like I don't eat enough to qualify paying for it. Even like when we go to a Pizza Hut buffet, they have a salad bar, which is great for me. And they do let me bring in my own dressing because they don't have the one that I use. They all have creamy dressings and stuff like that I just can't do. So they don't mind me bringing a little thing of dressing. They know that I can't eat theirs and they're fine with it. But everybody else gets to have pizza and I am quite happy with their salad bar. Like I don't want the pizza. Like I don't even crave it anymore. And it's just become this point of if I do decide to have a slice of pizza, I am literally running to the bathroom within 30 minutes. Sick as a dog. Like just cannot. My body does not process certain foods anymore because it knows it doesn't need them. So it like speed exits it right out. And I think that's a testament to the fact that I've been really, really working hard on this and really working hard at making my eating style something that has become a part of my life, but my life isn't obsessed with it. So I can go anywhere now and pretty much find something to eat. Whereas when I first started, we would be out and it'd be late and I wouldn't know where to go to get something because we needed to eat out of the house because we weren't going to get back in time for dinner. And I would be so frustrated. Like, I don't know who has salads. Even if they do, I don't know if they have the right kind of dressing. And in the beginning, I was very stressed out. And now I know, for example, that I can go to Chick-fil-A. I can get grilled chicken nuggets and I can get their superfood salad. I just don't use their dressing. They have dressing. I just don't use it. And so I get their superfood salad and grilled chicken nuggets. I cut up the grilled chicken nuggets, put it on the salad. It's amazing. And it's like 300 something calories. So, I mean, I know places I can go now where I can eat the way I need to eat for me to be successful in my weight loss. We don't eat out that much anymore. We had a stint where we were for a while just because life. But now we're doing much more cooking at home, making sure we're pulling out food, buying bulk chicken, organic chicken at Sam's Club. It's super cheap there. It's like $2.99 a pound. And we pretty much just eat chicken and fish, seafood. We don't eat a lot of red meat. We don't. If we do, it's grass-fed, grass-finished. And otherwise, it's a lot of different stuff. So, it's a process. And I'm always looking for something new to try. And I double check all the calories and stuff like that. Because I want to make sure when I'm eating stuff that it's meeting different markers than what I need. But I've been doing this for a year. So don't think that just because you just started, or maybe you've been doing it for 6 months, or maybe you've been doing it for a year, but you started out just, trying different diets. Maybe you switched diets a few times, or maybe you're overwhelmed. If you guys want me to go through like some of the diet plans and what they entail and maybe what you should be looking for recipes to include in that diet, feel free to let me know what diets you want me to talk about. We did a whole section of my health coaching classes about the different diets, what their purposes are, where they're from, what their point is, and that kind of thing, who they help the best. I have zero problem giving that information out to you guys. So drop it down below if you want me to talk about any specific diets. If you want to know how I determine what I eat every day, I'm probably going to do that anyway, but if you want me to do it sooner, let me know. And yeah, so that's my week, and be watching for some extra videos popping up here and there. Also, if you don't have the little bell icon clicked for notifications, make sure you click it and click on all. Even if you just click the bell, if you don't select all, it's only going to tell you every once in a while if I've posted a video. I will be posting every day, except for probably Sundays. as much as I possibly can. I'm trying to get a whole bunch of different videos ready right now for you guys. And I'm trying to get them all processed and uploaded and ready to go, so I have regular days coming out of videos. Like I said, I'm working on video my workouts. I'm trying to video some different stuff for you guys. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and hopefully soon I'll have a good pattern going on now that I'm not sick, which I'm thankful for, even if this prednisone is just making me feel horrible still. But yeah, so I will see you guys again tomorrow, and be watching. I do another video coming out today, and there'll be 2 videos tomorrow. So I will see you later.